This is DJ Wolf Live. You know, I wanted to talk about something right quick, and I didn't really get to touch too much on it. Tyler Perry's Fall from Grace. I saw that movie, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Based on what he said, there's two things he said. First, he said he writes all of his own material. He said he used to have writers to write stuff for him, but he got to a point where he had to keep paying them for rewrites and stuff. And that bothered me. The other thing is the movie that he just put out, Fall from Grace, that he actually filmed late last year, that he admitted by his own words took only 5 days to shoot. From the time that they start rolling to the end of the week, pretty much. 5 days. And on some respects, you can see that it took 5 days. Not to say it wasn't a bad movie at all. It really was actually pretty good for the most part. But you could tell that it did kind of rush a little bit. And I had a discussion with my wife about that, and I'm like, look, he rushed that movie. And she kind of really admitted to a little bit that it was a little rushed, but it was a good film. I kid you not. You know, the movie that I think you should go see is Just Cause with Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx. They did an incredible job on that film. Now that was a great film. I forgot who the director was on that movie, but they did major props on that movie. And going to get back to Tyler Perry right quick, the only movie that he did that really had any justice that he did that was really good, the most serious dramatic film that he's ever done to me personally was Daddy's Little Girls with Idris Elba. That's a guy, and that's the reason why I should have actually spoke to him the day I ran into him. I ran into him at a car show years ago, and I think he was he wasn't just starting out, but people was just starting to know who he was. And I know I've seen his face before, and I saw him in a couple of movies, including Daddy's Little Girls, but I didn't really say nothing because I wasn't really a big fan of his. I wasn't into his work at the time. But we just generally spoke, I just kept it moving. He was by himself. Well, a bunch of people crowding around, one bunch of women crowding around at the time. It was like years ago. I think it was sometime after he did The Wire, because he used to be on The Wire. And the irony of it was, if he had been out there today or this weekend, because the car show was coming out in D.C. this weekend, I'm going to try to get down there. I may do a live podcast on it. I don't know. I'm debating about it. I'd love to be down there. But if he was to go down there tomorrow and do the car show, yeah, it'd be mobs of people, particularly women, around. But years ago, it was just becoming a household name. It was just slowly starting out. But anyway, Tyler Perry could have did a lot of great with this film. I don't know what kind of shoestring budget he got with Netflix, but you could tell it was a little rushed. But it was a good film. I do recommend it. I'm not going to give away anything. You have to see it for yourself. It's currently on Netflix, streaming right now. There's another show I want to recommend right quick, too. Excuse me. It's called Dark Money. It's a British show. It's about this young British kid who got discovered by a producer, and he ended up going to Hollywood. And when he came back home after shooting his first film, he had a videotape that he was watching that his mom had discovered of him being molested by a producer. And his father finds out, and of course he goes off about it. But the weird part about it was that when they went to the, I guess they went to the wherever the studio head was over in Britain, in that area where the manager and stuff was, who actually managed him and all of that, and they met with the higher ups over there, and they paid him out an equivalent of $2.5 million. And that's when it really starts getting interesting, because it was out of, paid, it was out of court settlement. As a result, what happened to the boy. But It's weird. It gets into a weird economy. I'm on the third episode right now, and I'll probably let you know what's going on with it. But like I said, you'd have to watch. It's called Dark Money. It's on BET Plus. Check that out too. All right. And Jamie Foxx, Michael B. Jordan movie Just Mercy is still in theaters right now. Go see it. This is DJ Wolf. I'm out.